All right, all right, all right. Yes, yes. Okay, I've got to double check here that you guys can hear me, and I'm not a chipmunk. So if you guys are joining, say hello. Okay, let's hit it. So yeah, it's Christmas in July. It's July 24th. So we are uh-oh. Okay. I do apologize. I guess I got my granny lipstick on. So I'm hoping you guys can all hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Um, got my granny. Awesome. Okay, you can hear me. All right, all right, all right. Okay, guys, it's Christmas in July. Woohoo! If you guys missed me and Miss Elf kind of giving the announcement, but hello to everybody because I am streaming on my personal page. So hey, 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 we're inside Camp Gambini. Hey, 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 and drop your Christmas emojis. Um, let's have some fun. You may think, what the heck are you doing, Jody? Yes, I am Mrs. Claus. If you do click on the StreamYard, give permission, then it allows you permission. Hi, Linda. Hi, Paula. Hi, Esther. Okay, who else? I see we've got um, quite a few. Yes. So who doesn't need Christmas in July? So today it kind of worked out perfect. It is our motivational Monday. Okay. I've got something there. It's kind of driving me crazy. All right. But hopefully you guys can see. Let me know as you're joining. Drop your right on, Linda. Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. Let us know. Let's do what we always do inside Camp Gambini. Oh, we got the Christmas tree right on, Paula. I love it, love it, love it. So Christmas in July. What are you guys ready for Christmas? It's funny if you guys didn't see my personal post, and I'm like, just like that, Peach Papers is done. And I actually just did a funny, and I'm like, and just like that, it's Christmas in July. So this is part of my Mrs. Claus outfit. Um, the actual one is really hot. So instead, I've just got my shirt on, and I decided this time not to put the wig on. Um, and it's not as hot. It's only 93 today. Woohoo! Here I'm joining you from Camp Gambini headquarters, aka Stockton, California, in the country. But we had different. I did a poll probably about a month ago, and I'm like, who wants Christmas in July? We did it last year for the first time in Camp Gambini, and I was reminded that I did it 7/22/22, kicked it off. It is 7/24. I really, me in numbers, so yesterday was 7/23/23, but I wasn't going to be able to do it yesterday. So we are kicking it off, guys. And if you guys can see up in the oh my gosh. Okay, you didn't lose me. Oh my goodness. I clicked something and that did not work. So yeah, we were blank for a quick moment. Hopefully, oh my gracious. So 103. Wow, wow. So who is it's a real thing. there's actually a song. I just made a reel, and I'm just like, okay, let me, and I'm like, Christmas in July, and there's actually a song. I wish I had it. It's like, it's Christmas in July. Like, I love it. But you know what? It's really about the childlike faith and wonder. And sometimes it's July, it's hot. We just naturally, depending on where you live, I know if you live in an area where summertime is actually in Christmas, this is for you. But hi, everybody. Yeah, we are kicking it off. We are kicking it off. And if you're joining, say hello, where you're joining from. And I've got some excitement. I'm gonna share with you what we're doing, just in case you've missed it. And I figured, if you're joining from my personal page, same thing. Let us know where you're joining from. Anyway, I did a poll inside Camp Gambini, and it was interesting because some people were like, let's do it. Some people are like, let's not do it. Some people are like, let's do the whole month. So I did it in June. Some people, and so I honestly wasn't expecting such a mix of yeses and nos. So I'm like, what the heck do I do? So I kind of had been, there was so much else going on. The peaches, um, cherries. There's just been a lot going on. Dan's 60th birthday, my mom's birthday. Um, so anyway, I I was like, you know what? I looked last week, I think on Thursday night, Friday, and I'm like, you know what? I felt like the Lord said, let's do it. Because who doesn't need a little, like, so we're going from the 24th to the 31st. And I'm going to be doing some fun posts. There's ways where you can get entered in for the drawings. We're going to do our first drawing on Campfire Friday. I've got a whole little picture. I might post it in here, and it shares everything, but you don't want to miss every day. I'm going to do one post a day, and it may be around our focuses inside Camp Gambini, where we normally do, throw down prayer Thursday. So it might be around that, but every person that participates and makes a comment, you're going to get a entry in. Every person that says hello today and where they're joining from, entry in. And um, anybody on my personal page, you do it, and I'll send you a link. I'm going to put the link below in this. So if you guys want to join, but we're going to have some fun prizes. And I'm not going to tell you what they are. I was kind of thinking, because but it's going to be some fun things. And then there may be a prize for everybody on the ending, which will be next Monday, the 31st, kind of like kicking off the new year, right? Well, the number 8 actually means new beginnings, new reset, and 7 is perfection or completion. So I thought, why isn't it really perfect to celebrate as we go into August? We're not going to do like last time. I'm not going to do in August because I do have another surprise for you that'll be given the last day, so you won't want to miss it. And you will have to kind of sign up to get it. But I do have a surprise for everybody. So it's just about having fun. Spartanburg, South Carolina in the house. Let's see here. Currently joining from Sunnyside, Washington. Awesome. I don't know who that is. Smith. Oh, I'm thinking it's David Farwell. I'm like, wait, there's somebody I know that is in Sunnyside, Washington. Right on. So I just felt like it was, God is always answering, and it may not feel like it. So why not have some fun? Because you know what? Life should be fun, even in the midst of the hard stuff, even in the midst of things. God wants to have fun with us. So I know some people think I'm wild and crazy. I hope I really do it because the Lord tells me to do it, and it is I do it out of obedience. But I feel like my heart is to bring you joy, to help fill up your cup. I know I get messages a lot for prayers for things, even people that you guessed it, it's David. Right on, right on, right on. And I just felt like, why not have some fun? So I'm probably going to do even a few fun like polls and questions kind of around the whole Christmas season, because who doesn't like it? Maybe even if you could get creative, like, okay, like I was like, maybe like an eggnog, a peppermint milkshake, because that's cool, right? Maybe some different things. Like, I don't know if I want a hot peppermint mocha going on. And yeah, I don't, the fudge, I don't know. Who knows? If you guys would want fudge, let me know. Maybe because I always do my fudge around Christmas time. If anyone is interested, let me know. You never know. I was gonna do. I made a really cool double decker, first time ever, chocolate chocolate and peanut butter with peanut butter cups in between the two layers, kind of like a cake, and then the mini peanut butter cups all on top of the peanut butter fudge. And I made this for my nephew for his 21st birthday. And so I was kind of like, maybe I'll just do chocolate, peanut butter, and the double decker Reese's peanut butter cup. So anyway, if that sounds fun, let me know. I haven't made any decisions. And you know what? I think sometimes planning is great, but sometimes you just got to go for it. Sometimes you just got to do it. Sometimes we just got to, um, yeah, we just got to listen to the Lord. We just got to have fun. So that's what's going on here. And so let's get started. So here's the thing. If you guys haven't seen it, and invite your friends. So I'm going to tell you in these drawings. So what I do is, if you haven't seen these gifts behind, if you missed Friday, go back, because the Lord had me put 8 scriptures in here. I released them and released some actual words and a word with it. And I feel like if you didn't see it, I've been getting lots of messages saying it was for me. If you need it, just drop me a message and I'll send it to you. But these are all the gifts. So what I'll probably do is I'll put what the prize is in here. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm not good at mailing, except my fudge, and that's about my capacity. So they will definitely be something you're probably going to get via email. That's why you're probably going to have to sign up. But I will promise you they're going to be fun. God's been giving me some fun ideas. Let's just say, like, maybe we might have like a Zoom prophetic session with a few of my friends, and you all will get some kind of prophetic word that might be something that might be in the giveaway. I'm just saying, let me know if you would enjoy that. Yum, Reese's, yeah. So if you want Christmas fudge, say fudge. Um, but because I am kind of serious about it, I was actually thinking about it. And so if you want it, let me know, and then we might do something with it. But I'm sure, yeah, on Friday, it was kind of the pre kickoff, and Jody the elf showed up. Now I'm Mrs. Claus. But it really is about having fun. So you do want to be, today I'm broadcasting on my other channels, but most all the stuff and getting entries in for the drawings are going to be inside Camp Gambini. So here is the cool part. So in here, and any post that we do, as long as you comment and make it interactional, because Camp Gambini is about getting to know people, to having a community, that we are walking on this journey of camp, of our adventures together, right? And it just always is better together. So community, all the things. I know we all hear it all the time. But we really is awesome. So that will be one way, is any post, any participation. But it needs to be authentic. Like, I don't just want you to put a Christmas emoji in every single thing. Um, like, let's have some fun. Let's participate in whatever. So, it might be a little, like, each post might have something fun in it. It might actually have something deep in it about asking for a testimony, asking for prayer, and us all praying together. Who knows? But it will have something every single day. Today, there's actually a post in there, and it's announcing everything. And if you put a Christmas emoji in there, you're going to get a post. And then we've got this going live. And if you said hello and where you're joining from, I will go back and I will enter you in. All the people that are joining from YouTube and Facebook, drop it in there, and I'll make sure that I send you the link if you're not already a member, and I will enter you in. And so that's one way. The second way is to invite friends, guys. Super simple. All you do inside Camp Gambini, you click on invite. I would probably encourage you to, like, send your friend a little message like, hey, I'm inviting you into this fun thing. They can enter to win too. But for every person, they don't have to join. But if you invite them, because I figured it's time to grow, if you invite them, let's you get an entry too. So for every single post, you get one entry a day, and that you respond to. And for every single friend you invite, you're going to get one. I've done this before, and I'm just going to tell you, some people have invited a whole bunch of people, and they've gotten a whole bunch of entries in. And then we're going to do our first drawing on Friday. Campfire will be at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon, because I also have some other things going on, Women with a Voice. If you guys aren't signed up for that, make sure you get signed up. I'm teaching a little workshop on kingdom finances. So that will be fun. And yeah. So anyway, we're going to do our first drawings. I'll probably do 8 drawings. So you'll 8 gifts. And then the finale will be on the 31st. And we will do a big blowout. And here's the thing, every single entry, I'm not going to reset it. So you will just get to build. And so I'll probably have a bunch of gifts. Like already kind of the ideas. I had to guess there's probably at least 40 giveaways. Okay. So we'll do the first 8 on Friday. Who knows? I might do more. And then on Monday, it's going to be action packed with gifts. I'm probably going to release, it may be a word, more corporate word, like what God kind of gave me today. So that's what's going on. So if you need the entry, if you need anything, let me know. Hello. Hey. How are you? Yeah, we need community. It's important to have fellowship, love, and helping each other. And this is put on through Connecting the Dots, my business, but it was really important to me and God. A lot of times there's only community when it's a challenge, and then you don't have it. So this has been going on for, I think it's been over 4 years, maybe 3 years. Sorry. Connecting the Dots has been going on. We just had our anniversary in June. It was 4 years, but Camp Gambini started in the beginning of March 2020, when the whole world shut down, and it just started with a camera and me going live. Camp Gambini. We've had the group now for about a year and a half, 2 years. So you might have joined when it was public on my page. So I don't want any. That's why I'm going live, because I want all my Facebook family and friends. If you guys have just wondered where I'm at, come join us. And I promise you, we never do more than 1 post a day, Monday through Friday. So that's 5, and 3 of them, or 2 of them, Mondays and Fridays, are just a live kind of podcast that I video, and everybody gets to join and stream live with me in it. And they're so anyway, some of you might be watching this way later in the official podcast, but these are actually filmed with a live studio audience or virtual studio audience. Hi, Carol, how are you? Hello, hello. Yes, community is a lifestyle in the mountains of Kentucky. It's just a lifestyle to help others and visiting one another. Oh, I love that. You know, I lived in a neighborhood that we knew everyone. My mom and dad were really great at community, and so was everybody back then. It just and in my little neighborhood, we have it. Matter of fact, we're having our little neighborhood summer crawl, we call it, because we go from one house to another. This year, we're only doing two, and we're doing it kind of a sweet and savory theme. But anyway, I think that all kinds of community is great. I'm going to tell you, as we have had like power outages and all these things this last year, it's when Dan and I were really sick with COVID back, like, what was it, 2021, our neighbors were checking in on us. I mean, there was a few days where it was rough. One of my neighbors, he went and just got us Gatorade and water and all kinds of things. I think Tylenol. So that's just in your neighborhood, right? But I think that having community, and sometimes you're in a place where maybe you just don't have as much. So that's what Camp Gambini is about. But now, are you ready for a little word? So I don't know how this is going to actually come out. I'm trying to look at my notes. It's not any fancy notes. I will promise you that, guys. It's not anything fancy, but okay. But sometimes, do you ever notice, if you don't know, God talks to you all the time. Sometimes we miss it, but God talks to you all the time. Um, Hi, Nathan. I just saw you were on. Um, yeah. So, does anybody have times where God talks to them? Like, I look a little deeper into it. Like, okay, what are you saying about all these things? So I'm going to tell you three things that went on today. But the first one was pesto. Okay. Who here has made pesto before? My neighbor brought us again. How great is community? But my neighbor brought me some basil. Okay. And then I could not find forever. Um, I could not find forever the details of stuff. So, um, sorry, I got distracted here for a second because I hadn't gone over to my personal page. I wanted to say shout out, hey, everybody. So if you guys are joining, um, make sure that you guys say hello because you want to be registered into the Christmas in July. But let me get back. Okay, I think focus here is ready. Basil. So I got the basil, and a couple of crazy things happened. Okay. So my neighbor brought me this beautiful basil. And here's a funny thing. My husband, if you notice my last name, Gambini, my husband's the Italian. I'm not. I'm kind of the um, German from Russia, um, Irish, Scotch Irish. a little Welsh, a little English. So my husband is his dad was 100% Italian. His grandparents came here from Italy, so he is half Italian and half Portuguese, which is kind of unusual in these days and ages. Um, but yeah, he's um Italian. But and his family's from the northern region, but I don't know what the heck happened, but they don't like basil, they don't like pesto. Now he does like it if I chop it up in like a bruschetta, or if I do with like the tomato and the caprese salad kind of thing. He likes that. But so anyway, I put it in 2 containers with water because then I didn't have any pine nuts. And I have been trying all over the place for pine nuts. And then on Friday, out of nowhere, I got given a bag of pine nuts. What the heck are the chances of that? So now I looked up and I realized where I ran out of water in my basil. So today I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this thing. I've got to do this. But the last time I made it, it just didn't turn out the way that I thought. And so I looked up a recipe. The guy is Italian that taught it. And what was really, really interesting was the order of how you did things mattered. So I say that because I really feel like that's what the Lord was saying to me. Hi, Amy. How are you, girl? Is the order. Because I was like, God, why are you highlighting this? So I feel like some of you may be wondering, not all pestos are created equal. Yeah. So this is really crazy, Amy. So here's the thing. Which was interesting. So evidently basil is very fragile, and if you blend it in a I used a magic bullet, but I know you can use a little food processor and different things like that. So if you do it in that, it's normally a little I guess it's fragile. And so the way I've always done it before is I put all the ingredients in together at the same time and made it. It tasted good, guys, but the consistency, it wasn't the same consistency as like when I'm out at a restaurant or I even get it. There's a pesto I love at Costco, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So honestly, if my neighbor didn't bring me this incredible, beautiful, and he brought me garlic. So I feel like both sides go. I didn't have all the ingredients until this weekend. Okay. And I've had the basil. True story. I hope Adam doesn't see this. I've had it for 3 weeks. But here was something really surprising. So it was just all stalks. Okay. So the first surprise I get is I go to pull it all out and none of it had water in it. And I pulled the first one out and I had it sitting. I have one of those window boxes in my kitchen. And so I had one sitting on the middle shelf and one on the top shelf. The top shelf gets a whole lot of light. So it had ran out of water, I think, sooner. And then the middle one, it was hot this weekend, and I think it used the last of it. Well, the middle one, all of them had grown together and it had all these roots. And so I feel like God is talking about roots everywhere I go. So deep roots. So just because I watered it, I had no clue. I thought it's like a flower, right? You take flowers that are cut. I had no roots on this. They were just individual. He had already cut them off of his plant. So there was no roots. And now I've got this whole thing and there's roots on it. I'm like, what the heck? Darn it. Hi, Paula. I'm like, what the heck? I wish I would have kept it watered. So I am good. Paula, Amy, any of you guys that are watching, if you didn't hear, it is Christmas in July, Camp Gambini style. We're kicking it off the 24th and we're doing it all the way to the 31st to start new. 8 is new and this is complete. So why not? 7 is complete. So anyway, that's a little side note. And it will be interesting to see what happens in the next 8 days. So I took all of the leaves off And I filled up that pitcher back with water and back the roots. So it will be interesting to see. As a matter of fact, I even took it out and I told Dan, I'm like, what the heck? Did you know that this could grow roots? I didn't do it to grow roots. I just did it to keep it fresh until I was able to get my pine nuts, which took forever. So now today I look it up, and lo and behold, this guy, he's sharing how important it is to do it in a certain order. So you need olive oil, garlic, 1 clove, pine nuts, I think about half a cup, Parmesan, and basil. So 5 ingredients, okay? But and so I feel like the Lord is saying this might be for you on both sides. Maybe you're waiting on something and you just need to shift the order. I've actually been having this conversation around a lot of financial stuff. Those of you that don't know, I have a lot of experience in that. I coach people in that. And I've been sitting with the Lord on writing a curriculum around it. And I'm like, God, I mean, there's tons of it out there. If you want me to do something or an academy or something. But what I was finding is people are doing it in the wrong order. There's a lot of mistakes I see, or a lot of things that could shift because they do. The things are good, but it's really important to do certain things in the right order. So for example, it's before you do anything else, and no one wants this, everybody wants to find out what to invest in. Like as a financial advisor, this is where can you make the fastest money? Can I save for my kids' retirement? Most important is you need to know how many buckets you have saved, but more than that, like what is your cash flow? What are you saving? Do you really know what's coming in and going out and tracking it? Normally, people like to avoid that step altogether, or they do it after they launch the business. They do it after they've launched the ministry or nonprofit, and they've never sat and looked at the numbers. Number one, personally, because if you're going to start a business or you have a business, your personal and your business go together. So anyway, that is the first ingredient, and you have to do that first. So who knew the first ingredient here is olive oil? Then you take 1 clove of garlic and you take your little processor and you just blend the whole thing. He said that you need to prepare your olive oil, and that's what makes it. So you blend up the whole garlic clove. I've always pressed it. Who knew that you put the whole garlic clove in there? And so then it smells really garlicky and delicious. And then the next thing you put in to that mix is pine nuts. And I'm thinking, what? I think I like mine chunky. I blended it all up, and then you add the basil, the Parmesan, a little salt if you want, and you blend it in a little more olive oil. Because in pesto, it's kind of like you might need a little more oil. You might need, which Holy Spirit oil, I'm just saying, you might need a little bit more oil, and you might need a little bit more salt, he said. So I added some more Parmesan cheese, some more olive oil on top of it all. So I blend it. Blend it first, and then you add anything extra that you want to add, which are the original ingredients. But the order was important, and I feel like this is a message for many people: is you're not doing the wrong things, but this season may require a different order. Or like I was telling you, I've had so many conversations recently, and I mean, I've probably seen 1,000+ businesses through the years that I've helped in all my experience, and all kinds of different businesses, all kinds of different nonprofits. And so you start seeing patterns. And one of the number one patterns is knowing those basic things. Because unless you're a financial advisor or maybe a lawyer, lawyers are super detail oriented, or an accountant or a CPA, no one really likes to do that. And if so, one likes to do it and the other of a couple doesn't like to do it. But I just felt like the order is super important. And the second part is I was out of pine nuts. So I looked at like 3 different stores and I could not find pine nuts. And then out of nowhere, Friday, somebody just, I got them given to me. They were the only bag. Someone was like, do you want these? I'm like, yes. Oh my gosh. I don't have to stop at the store. So I feel like this is a word for everybody out here, is that God's saying, you didn't get it wrong, but maybe go back to him and ask, do you have some steps out of order? Is something you're doing either for this season, because he's going deeper in those roots. Remember, just like my basil that has roots now. Crazy. Crazy. I've never seen it. All it took was water, and boom, it started just growing these amazing roots. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to plant it. And I said to Dan, well, what if I just put it back in the water? So we will see. There might be another story around that. The other thing that was going on was several things in the house. It was like broke, okay, or the batteries were out. So the battery in my car, sometimes my car was starting, sometimes it wasn't. Dan went and got me a new battery on Saturday. On Saturday, I also, or it might have been Friday night or Saturday, I went to use our remote out front and their batteries were dead. Normally, no big deal. We always, who keeps batteries in the house? Most people do. But these were the AAA, the little tiny ones. So I go over, Dan's already in bed. I can't even turn the TV off. I'm like, there's no batteries. So I have to go run into the bedroom and grab the other like remote, pull those batteries out and use it. Okay. So there's a whole thing with batteries going on and, being recharged. So I'm like, okay, God, I think you are really talking about being recharged. Then, same on Friday, I could not get the dishwasher to open. I even restarted it again, and it appears that the handle broke. So we thought everything was just broken. So now I had to hand wash everything. I used everything in the dishwasher as like a drying rack, and just have to say my kitchen is way cleaner than it normally is, because I'm like, okay, well, there's no way to just dishwash. So I'm going to have to keep up on this stuff. So today, we have an issue with the printer. My all of my ink cartridges ran out. All of them. Not just one, all of them. So Dan comes in and they showed up. So it from Amazon, we got batteries, and he ordered um some some ink, okay? We couldn't get it to work. It's still not fully working. And while we're back here working on it, the phone rings. And who is it but our amazing appliance guy and dishwasher? And I'm in the bathroom and I hear Dan go, oh, okay. What are the chances our guy has the exact same dishwasher than us? By the way, we got it in 2020, 2002. Okay. We got it the year we got married. People gave us money and we got a dishwasher put in, because out here they never had a dishwasher. So anyway, he goes, oh yeah, the handle, but this is all you need to do. You just jimmy rig it and it'll work. So it will work. So it's like all these things that seemed like they were broken. It seemed like they were, but all we had to do is replace the batteries. And it's like a recharge or a reset. And even when I get in my car, it's like it could be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It says it's 1 every time it resets, because the battery was um, getting low. So um, let's see what some people are saying here. Somebody said, so cool, so true. Blessings that come from heaven come through patience and God's timing. Any other way is out of order and can be more of a curse than a blessing. Yes, 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 yes. And hello, hello, hello. And then what is Paula saying here? Here at the lake, there is a dead part of a trunk. It's right at the edge, so it's just a little area in the lake. There is a beautiful, huge leaf coming out of a stump. Wow. I'm telling you, like, I feel like God is saying, like, there's life in things. He's going deeper in our root system, personally, emotionally. And then my pastor spoke on, this is just a test, meaning tests are what move us in to the next thing. And then like I've seen 3 other people posting on really similar things um, for Sunday's message. So I really think that God is speaking loud, that, sometimes we'll go, oh, it's dead. Oh, it's over. No, it's the patience. It's the order. It's maybe there's one more ingredient missing. Maybe you just need to go buy a new battery, whatever that looks like. You need recharge, which recharge might look like just taking a break. It might just look like getting at the feet of God and just spending some time with Him. Um, Paula says, reminds me of staying in the vine. No matter if you feel, see, or hear God, He's still there, still alive in your life, making you flourish. So good, Paula. So, yeah, I don't know who that's for or what you guys think, but I really felt like the Lord was saying, the ingredients, and it's not really broken. Like, we were literally like with everything, like, okay, great. Now my dishwasher's broken. We have to go buy a new dishwasher. Not broken. Car, just the battery. Not broken. All it needed was a new battery. To use my TVs, all I needed was new batteries. And guess what? Those batteries lasted till the new ones came in. So I just feel like I don't know who this is for or if this makes sense at all, but I exactly what Paula was saying and what others were saying. There's fruits of the Spirit, patience, self-control, love, not moving out of where you're supposed to be. So I hope that you guys will, as we end this month of July, let's have some fun. Make sure that you are inside Camp Gambini community. Just type in Camp Gambini community. If you're in Facebook, and you'll find it, and just ask to join and we'll let you in. So, and don't forget, if you are watching, say hello. That's all you need to get registered in to win. And why not win? And you never know. Like, I might do something like every single person that's entered in at least once may win something. And every single person that maybe has 4 or more might win something. So you never know. So make sure that you're checking in there daily and entering in. But even if you miss, Friday, I'm going to do the first one. Monday, we're going to do the next one next Monday. So even if you miss it, you can go back and fill them all out and get entries in. So who knows all that will be in the bag of gifts, all the gifts. But God has good gifts for you. That's what this is about. God has good gifts for you. Jeremiah 29:11. I'm not quoting the whole thing, but that's the overall thing, is He has good gifts for you to prosper you. And um so anyway, let's see here. Somebody's saying you had an experience with a root system extremely important. My plants got so dry they dried out and died. It seemed anyway. Right now they are coming back to life, all because the roots are strong, healthy, and alive. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Yes. I mean, I think like I'm like, okay, I didn't even know um one has fudge. Yes, Amy, I don't know if you missed or not, but I was like, should I have a Christmas in July fudge sale? I'm not sure. I'm looking for some. If you guys would order from me, I probably, if I at least get 5 orders, I would do it. Um, so every good and perfect gift, yes. But that is crazy about the fact that the water and it comes back. And I just think that there's things that we think we're allowing to distract us and discourage us, where they just need water. You're the water. Maybe you just need, maybe your job is to water some people's roots. Maybe your job is to plant seeds. But sometimes we get into the all or nothing, right? So, anyway, guys, happy Christmas and July Eve. Um, yeah, go check out my reel on my personal page. You like the song? I was like, oh my gosh, they have a song now. It's Christmas in July. I didn't even know there was a song. So they've got a song. It's Christmas in July. So it's a thing. It's a real thing. So Mrs. Claus, Elf on Friday. Today I was Mrs. Claus. Definitely going to be something fun on Friday, Campfire Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Um, and you never know. If you guys can't make it live, it's not that big of a deal. But I will say for Christmas in July, there might be some fun things that if you're live and you post, you might get a personal word. You might get something. So, yes, I just want to leave you with a quick prayer. Happy Christmas in July. So, God, I just thank you for refreshment and recharging. And God, things that we thought maybe were dead are not dead, Lord. Things that we felt like, okay, I keep trying this and it's not working. God, I thank you for heavenly downloads right now, those aha moments where whatever it is, if it's a person's, if it's with their children in parenting, God, if it's in their business, if it's in their ministry, if it's in something basic and simple like their dishwasher and they think that it's over and it's not working, God, I thank you for the suddenly surprises, the suddenly gifts, the repurposing things, Lord. We just thank you right now. We speak to every person's situation, and you are always the answer, Lord. You are always in everything. So, God, we just thank you in your mighty name. It's Christmas in July. Blessings, everybody. And if you want to share this, it is live on my personal page. So share this on my personal page because I just think that some people need to have some fun. Blessings. Bye.